A 3. When the cryptos creak and the tombstones quake,
Spooks come out for a swinging wake.
happy haunts materialize,
And begin to vocalize.
Grinning ghosts come out to socialize.
Hurry, hurry, hurry! Step right up and witness the strange and the bizarre. Step right up, don't be shy and don't be afraid. On second thought, be very afraid. Welcome, my friends, to the Haunted Mansion Show's 5th episode. I am your barker, your ghost barker. Not as catchy as Ghost Host, is it? Well, no matter. We have a very special episode for you tonight, mortals. For tonight, we are paying homage to one of the legendary Illusioneers at Wed Enterprises, a man who has given us talking tiki statues, a giant tower of wings, and of course, a museum of the weird. The man's name is Rolly Crump. Now, before we step inside the museum of the weird, allow me to enlighten you on who Rolly Crump was, is, and always shall be. A creative genius. And here's why. He began as a young child who had a bit of a knack of drawing strange and amazing-looking illustrations. It wasn't long before he was invited to a special department at the Walt Disney studio, which was called Wed Enterprises, because of his talents. His very first project in Imagineering was to help decorate an ancient hideaway that was so magical when it was discovered that it was taken from its original destination and was imported here at the Magic Kingdom. He was assisted to help in giving the Tiki gods shape and form and appearance. For example, Pele, goddess of fire and volcanoes, was known to have a bit of a temper. So, he gave her a giant tiki head and a face that would make you run away before the flames fly. Another example is the god of agriculture, Rongo. It was said that he had time for recreation due to the popularity from his land, so Rolly gave him a kite to buy the time. It's a shame he doesn't have a key. Then he would have discovered electricity. But the most prominent of them all is Tongaroa, father of all the gods and goddesses. Rolly Crump made him a mighty tree to signify the birth of new Tiki guardians from his very limbs and roots. The next Imagineering project was... it's a small world. I'm playing different music. That song hurts to hear. That's happy enough, isn't it? Anyway, Walt Disney wanted to give out a tribute for love and happiness with the children of the world. So, he asked now-handy Imagineer Rolly Crump to construct a giant tower of winds to catch people's attention. And boy did it. I mean, you can see it from a mile away. It was just like a magical stab in the eye with color. Oh, and the attraction itself became popular. But nonetheless, the Tower of Winds dominated the sky with Rolly Crump's wonderful sense of angles, lines, whirlwinds, and penny whistles. Mere months later, Mr. Crump heard that Walt was expanding more on an idea for a haunted mansion to put in his magic kingdom. long before they contacted us happy haunts to take over. Dozens of concepts were laid on the table, such as a hallway of floating doors into space, a visit from the legendary Headless Horseman, a snake pit, and also, believe it or not, a room to store a giant man-eating octopus, most of which ended up in our finalized mansion. We keep him in the basement. But there was one concept in particular that would change the creative direction for the Haunted Mansion in a tremendous way. This was Rolly Crump's Museum of the Weird. So what are we waiting for? There's no turning back now. Well, here we are. Pretty bizarre, isn't it? Look over there. A candle man, which was discovered when Rolly visited a voodoo witch not too far from our haunted mansion. And look over there, a giant coffin clock, which was discovered when Rolly Crump made a visit to Transylvania. And those little things down there, they are man-eating fungi, which was found in the deepest, darkest, uncharted regions of the jungle. And that over there, friends, is a drawing of an aquarium with fish. Now that was found because... How was that found? Look over there! A candle holder hybrid by a torso with arms sprouting out of its ears. Now that was... Well, okay, none of this thing makes sense. But that was the fun of this concept for a Museum of the Weird. This was not meant to be for Walt Disney's Magic Kingdom. It was cast to the shadows for several years to come. Until the year 2013. Quite a lucky year, isn't it? There's a company out there called Marvel, which is quite marvelous, because they just recently announced that a new comic book will be released upon the world, based on Rolly Crump's Museum of the Weird. Aptly named Seekers of the Weird, it is about two children and their parents who own a museum of bizarre objects. Big surprise, I know. But soon enough, the objects come to life, kidnap the parents, and the children have to go find them for themselves. This will lead them to several strange encounters with several strange creatures, and sometimes even people. Luckily, I was able to find this space to greet guests like yourselves, and give them tours of this place. Well, what's left of it anyway. The children won't suspect a thing. Speaking of which, I haven't really finished the first issue of the comic book. But I will say it is a fantastic read so far, and I highly encourage it to anyone who is a fan of the Museum of the Weird or even our beloved mansion. It is a magnificent read. Well, now is the time for us to go now. But before we go, I must say that it is truly an honor to have creative people like Rolly Crump in this world. This wonderful genius of a man who has left an impact on all those creepy and bizarre. So, here's to you, Rolly Crump, wherever you are. The weirdest of them all. Well, I must go now. The next tour group is expecting me. Do hurry back next week.
If you would like to join our